This is PCA Lions Baseball. Prestonwood Baseball is brought to you by Freeform Chiropractic. Prestonwood Christian Academy Baseball has been brought to you by Free This is PCA Lions Baseball. Prestonwood Baseball is brought to you by Freeform Chiropractic, Children's Health, Andrews Institute for Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Harris Baguette, Cowboys Fit, Bass Signs North Dallas, Sky Ranch, Aquaterra Outdoors. Also by Texas Tiny Teeth Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics, Up to Date Roofing, Incentive Brands, Chick-fil-A at Plano Parkway and Park Boulevard, Comfort Maker Air Conditioning and Heating, Global Strategic, Milestone Electric, and Vista Physical Therapy. Now, let's go to the ballpark for today's warm-up show.
Good evening and welcome to Graham Field, where a district championship is on the line tonight for Prestonwood Christian Baseball. Good evening, I'm John Little, joined by the whole Metro Sports Communications crew on a warm and breezy evening, and the setup is simple. Prestonwood comes in at 23-3 overall. They're 7-1 in district play, and if the Lions beat Legacy Christian again tonight, PCA wins the district title outright. And that's the opportunity in front of James Valade's club, a program with a recent state title, a state semifinal run, and a trip to the state championship game last year. This is a team that expects to win, and tonight it has a chance to finish the job in district and to do it for the fifth consecutive year. But Legacy Christian comes in, of course, wanting to play spoiler, and still a real storyline for Andrew Embry's club. He told me the focus this year was just keep going and get a little better, and he feels that's exactly what his team has done this year. Legacy, if you remember last year in 2025, had just one district win all year. This year, the Eagles are up to 4. And Embry said in year 2 at this level where they want to be, learning the speed of the game, learning how to match it, and putting themselves in a much better position to chase a playoff spot. He loves where they are right now. And Embry made it clear for tonight and what it has to look like for Legacy. His view is pretty straightforward. The team that makes the fewest mistakes usually wins. And against a club like Prestonwood, routine plays really matter. Strike throwing matters, he told me, and above all, timely hitting as well. Legacy doesn't need 10 to 12 hits to win a game like this. It needs the right hits, a walk, a runner moved over, a 2-out RBI, quality at bats with men in scoring position, that sort of thing. That's the formula to pick up their first win over Prestonwood this season. And for Prestonwood, the formula has been working all spring. The Lions already have 2 district wins over Legacy, 16-2 at Bashing and 4-1. In the first game, it was Trent Valade hitting 2 home runs and driving in 6. In the second game, tonight's starter, Steele LaBeouf, he threw 6 innings, he struck out 8, didn't walk anybody, and led PCA to the win. So now Prestonwood hands the ball back to the left-hander, who already has shown he can handle this matchup. And there's no shortage of offense around him. You know about Valade. He's been a centerpiece. Aiden Moffitt has been great in this series and has delivered in the middle of the lineup. Jake Felsman helped sets the table and has scored more runs in district play than anybody on the team. And then you got Riggs Huggins, who's been hotter than any player in this district from the plate. He's hitting .600 in district play. So Prestonwood's got power. They've got depth. They've got enough arms to make you play uphill all night. But Legacy has pieces, too. Talking to Embry, he loves Carson Plunkett, says he's been a catalyst. Jackson Ladd at the top of the order has set the tone. There's another Jackson Victor, gives them athleticism as well. Caden Cox has provided leadership behind home plate, and Peter Magino has become a factor in multiple ways. He starts in right field tonight. And then if Blake Langford, who's the guy on the mound tonight, gives the Eagles one of their steadier starts and throws strikes and keeps things under control early, well, then maybe they can put some doubt in the mind of Prestonwood, which is very, very tough to do. So here we go. Prestonwood with the chance to win the district championship tonight. Legacy trying to keep the door open and keep proving how far it has come this season. Steele LaBeouf against Blake Langford, and plenty of Eagles and Lions playing in this one as well. And when we come back, we will meet Prestonwood assistant coach Austin Taylor on the pregame show. This is PCA Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
Is pain, stiffness, or discomfort keeping you from feeling your best? Hi, I'm Dr. Colby King with Freeform Chiropractic, where we help you move free, feel free, and live free. If pain or stiffness is holding you back, it's time to take control. Visit Freeform Chiropractic for a consultation. Let's create your game plan to move, feel, and live free.
At Paris Baguette, our expertly crafted cakes, decadent pastries and breads, and freshly brewed coffees are always served with a smile. To find your neighborhood bakery cafe, visit parisbaguette.com.
With fast signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With Fast Signs, your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
And welcome back into Prestonwood Christian Baseball. Big district matchup against Legacy. A chance to wrap up the district officially tonight with another week to go. John Little back with you, and we get another opportunity to visit with the coaching staff here at PCA. And Austin Taylor is our guest today, assistant coach for PCA. Really appreciate your time, and I appreciate your hospitality since I came on board a few weeks back.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we were talking a little bit off air, former SID and media guy myself, so anytime I can help you guys out, it's the pleasure's all mine.
Absolutely. SID means Sports Information Director, and they're the broadcaster's best friend, and we're the SID's worst enemy. It's just kind of how it goes. But you got your start at Oklahoma State back in the day, and when it comes to coaching, though, it wasn't on the baseball field where you got your start. It was basketball, huh? Yeah, basketball was kind of my foot in the door. I grew up with a couple buddies that still play basketball overseas, and there was a sports information track, obviously, to go with academic side, but there was also a student assistant job available with men's basketball. So Travis Ford, head coach at the time, gave me a shot, and Coach Ford then went on to St. Louis University, and Brad Underwood, head coach of Illinois now, just led his team to a Final Four. Kind of picked up right where he left off, and got to do that for 3 years, and travel around with the basketball squad and go to March Madness and all that stuff. So, but it was really there that I kind of did that double track of wanting to get into coaching as well as stay on the sports media side of things. So I got to knock out two birds with one stone. It was really cool. And you get to do a lot of that here from the teaching perspective at Prestonwood as well. Tell us about a typical day in your world. Yeah, I teach sports reporting here and multimedia journalism, as well as a couple sections of PE. So it's really cool seeing kids come in when they're 7th, 8th grade, really grabbing the bull by the horns and wanting to get involved in sports media and kind of what that looks like. So we do everything from covering game stories and previews and feature stories and all those kind of things. As PCA is our main vessel, obviously we're here, it's in our backyard. So we do the basic building blocks, and then from there they go on to Mr. Polite's class up in the upper school and really can kind of hone in on their skills, with the newspaper side of things and the yearbook and all that stuff. So I've been really fortunate to do that. This is my 5th year doing that here. Excellent. And then we need to get them involved in broadcasting too at some point. That would be good, right? Yeah, absolutely. I do some side work on the side for Dave Campbell's Texan Live over there. Gotten to cover Duncanville football the last 2 years on the sidelines. So rode it all the way with Reagan Ratcliffe, a mentor of mine at Dallas Baptist, to the state final last year. Fell to North Shore, but it was a really fun ride, and love all those Duncanville people, so blessed to do that as well. Well, we're really excited to talk to you, not only because of that, but because you work with a couple of great catchers. Thankfully they've got you, though, to really coach them up. No, I'm just, and I'm sure you do a great job, but man, could you have two better kids, one young and one old right now to work with, along with the rest of the battery right now? Yeah, Cruz Van Wayless and Chance Kidd have just been, such a joy to work with.
I've known Cruz since he was 13 years old, and him and I have been, just really going at this thing for, it's crazy. He only has a couple games left here, and then, it's kind of like a Christmas present every day, getting to coach Chance Kidd, the #1 ranked catcher in the class of 29, and obviously we know his future is extremely bright on the diamond, but two really great kids that want to get better every day, and they make my job really easy. We really do hammer it out. We've been going at it since August every single day, just the individualized catching stuff, and could not ask for two better guys, and seeing them have the success on the field, it just makes me smile. So I'm extremely happy for them.
Well, and Cruz is playing unbelievable baseball right now, and what a kid as well. We got to talk to him after the game the other day. He was our star of the game, and it's just very deserving and very, very well spoken. So congratulations for what you're doing with him. When it comes to your family, though, there is a sports influence beyond just the baseball diamond. Your wife, Callie, doing some amazing things with DBU when it comes to cheer and stunt. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so my wife, Callie, we've been married since 2020. She's been the head cheer and stunt coach at DBU since 2018, just wrapping up their year this year. They head to Nashville next week for Stunt Nationals. But, she has 9 national titles to her name between cheer, stunt, and taking 2 teams every year. So I got a little bit of catching up to do with only 1 to my name. Hopefully we can add another one here in a couple weeks. But she's awesome and pours into those girls just the way that she's grown that program. It's just been really impressive to see.
Absolutely, and stunt being a new deal in the NCAA as well. That's really exciting for her to be a part of that. So for you personally, when it comes to ambitions, what drives you personally, and where would you like to see yourself in 5 to 10 years? Yeah,
I would love to eventually become an athletic director one day, or maybe potentially an SID for a high school or potentially a college program like that. I just love the media side of things and the behind the scenes. I don't need the spotlight, and coaching is awesome. Of course, it's in my blood. My dad coached me growing up, and his dad did the same, and all that stuff is really cool. But AD would be a great role, potentially a head coach even one day. Just really trusting the Lord's plan right now, and that takes a lot of prayer and encouragement, and great community of guys behind me, and couldn't ask for more.
Aren't we all just trying to trust God's plan and let him do the work? And when it comes to you from the coaching perspective, and when we talk about what you do here on the field with PCA, where do you feel like your strengths are best? Where do you show up the best? When it comes to the great coaching staff that you guys have.
Yeah, that's a good question. Coach C-Rod, I know last week, just kind of attested to just the bond that we have as coaches. It really is a joy walking into those doors every day. You're going to get a smile from Coach V and all the rest of the guys, and it's not like that at every other place. There's some guys that walk in with knots in their stomach every day, just thinking, oh my gosh, another day of this. But man, we just really compliment each other well. We have some coaches that'll get after you a little bit in a loving way. We got some guys that are more soft spoken, but they know these guys know when they speak they mean something. I'm not afraid to lovingly get after, especially my catchers. They know it's just a standard. We got to be the best at our position every night, and that's something that those guys take head on. I never have to worry about anybody getting sensitive or soft on me, especially with Cruz and Chance. But really, this team is full of guys that are tough and want to be coached, and that's really all you can ask for as a coach.
Yeah, and when you look at the team overall, it's starting to get to that point in the season where you're tightening things up. You're trying to be the best you can be in all facets. What gives you and the coaching staff confidence that this could be another state championship year at Prestonwood?
Yeah, it's coach jargon, but really just the way these guys have attacked every day. Nobody's gotten bored, and we were out here at 5 in the morning in August when it was really hot, and just that every single day, value to be an everyday guy, never really getting tired of the process, knowing that we're putting in more work than everybody else is from the coaching side and the player side. We're out here all the time, and there's one common goal. Nobody really is rooting for anyone to fail necessarily. It's just next man up, pass the baton, and this really is a special group. A lot of these guys have been with us since their 7th and 8th grade year, and now we're getting to the time where it's time to the hay's in the barn, like Coach V says.
Coach Taylor, really appreciate your time. Great to meet you in this capacity. Let everybody else meet you as well.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me, and thanks you for all you guys do.
Oh, man, we're having a lot of fun, and it's going to be another great one today. District action is on the way on this Friday, a chance to wrap up the district mathematically tonight. When we come back, we're going to have the starting lineups. We've still got first pitch to come, and, of course, the prayer and the national anthem here on Prestonwood Baseball. driven by Metro Sports Communications.
The Children's Health Andrews Institute is helping me get back into the swing of things.
They're getting me back to reaching new heights.
Back to sticking the landing.
Back to setting goals and scoring them.
Back to more than a game.
As experts in everything from orthopedics to performance training, we specialize in getting DFW athletes back to doing what they love.
Make your dream outdoor space a reality with Aquaterra Outdoors. From full-service design to construction for landscaping, pools, and outdoor structures, we offer everything you need for your ideal outdoor environment. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, Aquaterra Outdoors, elevating outdoor living to the next level. Contact us today at 214-387-8333 or visit our website aquaterraoutdoors.com and start your journey to the ultimate outdoor experience.
Welcome back to the Graham here in Plano as Prestonwood hosts Legacy Christian. The third time the two teams have gotten together this year, the third of 4 district matchups between these two sides. They'll match up again coming up on Tuesday. That will be on the road at Frisco coming up at 7 o'clock on Tuesday before wrapping up the regular season with a home game against Bishop Lynch, will Legacy Christian. Meanwhile, for PCA, this is the 4th to last game of the season, and they can, or of the district season. They've still got one against Taka Storm Gold coming up on Monday, and then they'll go to Legacy Christian on Tuesday. And on Friday of next week at John Paul II, Tuesday of the following week, the 28th of April, closing out the regular season with a home game and senior day against JP2 as well. Good to have you with us on an 81-degree night, and it promises to be fairly windy as well. Wind coming straight out of the south, much like it was on Tuesday. Just pretty much straight from right center field. If you think about the 390 sign just to the right of the batter's eye, and the wind pretty much cutting from that point down to in between the backstop and the third base dugout. That's how the wind is twisting in here at the Graham today at 10 to 15, but gusting up to 25 miles an hour. It certainly will be a factor, as Coach James Valade told us on Tuesday, when the wind's blowing in, as it oftentimes is in April, when we don't have a cold front coming through. It's going to be a little better day for pitchers here at Graham Field. And it's a good pitching matchup for Prestonwood. They'll send Steele LaBeouf to the mound. He's trying to shake off his last outing, which was not up to his standards, but still, he holds an incredible mark this season. 7-0, a 156 ERA. This is his 9th start of the season. In 40 1/3 innings pitched, he's given up just 17 runs, and only 9 of them have been earned. A scant 27 hits in that span, and a 35-12 strikeout to walk ratio this season for Steele LaBeouf, and opponents only batting 186 against him. On the Legacy Christian side, Blake Langford goes out there with a 3-5 mark this season, an ERA of right at 3.5. He'll be making his 12th start of the season, gobbling up innings this year for the Eagles in 52 innings. He's given up 36 runs, 26 of them earned, 59 hits, 40 strikeouts versus 27 walks. Let's meet the starting lineup for Legacy Christian. Jackson Ladd is the third baseman, 5'8", 185, a senior, hitting .308 this season with a home run and 12 RBIs. He leads the team with 27 runs this season. Carson Plunkett bats second and plays first base, 6'2", 190, a senior. He leads the team in average, home runs, doubles, and triples. Best power bat that the Eagles have and the best bat overall. A .338 hitter with 2 home runs and 14 RBIs, 9 doubles on the season, 3 triples as well. Plunkett, a guy that can get it done. Jackson Victor at short, 6'2", 175, a sophomore, batting .316 this season and a cool .433 with runners in scoring position. He's also leading the team this season with 18 runs batted in. Caden Cox, the catcher and team leader, 5'10", 190, a senior, bats in the cleanup hole, .265 on the average this season with 4 doubles and 14 runs batted in. Chase Sandler, the 5'11", 165-pound junior left fielder, bats 5th, .310 on the average this season with no home runs and 11 RBIs. Pete Hermagino, the right fielder, bats in the 6 hole, 6 foot tall, 155 pounds, and he's a junior. .303 hitter this season with 9 RBIs. Jordan Trout at second base, a smallish player at 5'4", but the sophomore hitting .194 this season. Bubba Barnes at the bottom of the order, 6', 180, a senior, .136 hitter this season, but a great defensive player and team leader. And Gabriel Montanari, the designated hitter, 5'9", 171, a sophomore in the 9 hole, hitting .167 this season. So it's Ladd, Plunkett, Victor, Cox, Sandler, Hermagino, Trout, Barnes, and Montanari for Legacy Christian, coming in at 10-17 and 1, 4-5 in district play. They've alternated wins and losses in their last 5, including a 4-2 loss at John Paul II on Tuesday. A week ago, they beat John Paul II at home by an 8-4 score. They also have lost to PCA twice this year. That was on the 24th of March by a 16-2 margin in Frisco, and then here on a Friday, now 3 weeks ago, they came up short at the hands of Prestonwood by a 4-1 margin. Pretty nice pitching performance by Steele LaBeouf that day, and the lefty, the sophomore, gets a chance to do it again for Prestonwood. Who is going to have mashing for him today? Well, for the Prestonwood Christian Lions, Junior Niffen is their leadoff hitter. 6', 165, a senior, playing in left field. .358 hitter this season with a home run, 14 RBIs, and 19 stolen bases. Jake Felsman, the 5'8", 170-pound senior, is the second baseman, a .338 hitter this season. Trent Valade in the 3-hole, the 6'5", 215-pound senior first baseman, had that 2-home run, 6 RBI game at Legacy about 3.5 weeks ago now, one of his better outputs of the season. He's hitting .382 this season with 3 home runs, 27 runs batted in. Aiden Moffitt, a lot of pop in his bat, the third baseman, 6'3", 215, a junior, bats in the cleanup hole, .366 with a home run and 22 runs batted in. He's getting on base at a better than 50% clip. Riggs Huggins, the 6'2", 195-pound sophomore, continues to lead the team in batting average at .444 with a home run and 21 RBIs. Cruz Banuelos, who is hitting at .400 in district play, the 6'1", 217 senior, hitting .313 this season with no home runs and 16 runs batted in. Max Bachman, the 6'4", 205-pound junior shortstop, hitting .263, a home run and 16 RBIs, bats 7th. Lash Henderson making his 3rd straight start for Prestonwood Christian in this game. The 6'5", 205-pound junior center fielder, 185 home run and 6 RBIs this season. And also Quinn Majewski in right field, the 5'8", 155-pound junior for Prestonwood. So it's Niffen, Felsman, Valade, Moffitt, Huggins, Banuelos, Bachman, Henderson, Majewski for the Prestonwood Christian Lions. We'll take a final timeout, and we'll be back with the pageantry before this district matchup in TAPS D1 District 2 between Prestonwood and Legacy Christian. This is PCA Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
You gotta dip your chicken strips. Hey, this is Kiani.
And this is Tabitha.
And a little thing we love about Chick-fil-A chicken strips
is all the different sauces we can dip them in. I like to line up all my favorite sauces so that in every bite, I have a different flavor. Then, with the tenderness of the chicken, the juiciness of it, it's all there.
And for me, I like to mix my sauces so I get a little tang and I get a little sweetness all in one bite. That's just a recipe for a good time, you know?
That's what makes it for me. Like, that's what does it for me.
That's what I'm saying.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Are you injured or in pain and not sure what to do? Schedule a complimentary injury screening and talk to our physical therapists at Vista PT to see if physical therapy is right for you. No prescription or referral is needed.
Welcome back into Prestonwood Baseball. John Little back with you in Plano, along with the entire excellent crew this evening for the third of four matchups this district season between Prestonwood Christian and Legacy Christian. Prestonwood leads the series this season, 2-0. Prestonwood coming in 7-1 in district play. Legacy Christian 4-5 in league action, currently in second in the league standings. The rest of the standings tonight coming into the game includes JP2 in the rear right now with 3 district wins on the season, and they are followed, or right now in the 3 spot, it is Bishop Lynch. So a full look at the standings: Prestonwood at 7-1, LCA at 4-5, Bishop Lynch 6-3, and then John Paul II 3-5. And again, for the Prestonwood Christian Lions, about ready to come in from the bullpen after taking his warm-up tosses in this one, is LaBeouf. He's been an outstanding pitcher this season. He's sophomore, one of the few lefties on the staff with that mid-80s four-seam fastball, a cutter, a sinker, and a circle change. Really good strike thrower. Had a no-hitter against Trinity Christian earlier this season. Fiery country South Louisiana kid. Favorite all-time player is Nolan Ryan, and he will get an opportunity to be on the mound again today. We're introducing the starting lineup right now for PCA defensively, and it includes Trent Valade, who normally wears number 3. Here in these navy blue uniforms, he has the number 23 on tonight. Also across the outfield for Prestonwood, left to right, it will be Junior Niffen to go along with Lash Henderson in center field and Quinn Majewski in right. In addition to Valade at first base, it is Jake Felsman at second, Bax Bachman at short, and Aiden Moffitt at third base. And Cruz Banuelos, the senior catcher, will be catching Steele LaBeouf again tonight. Banuelos had a really nice game on Tuesday. Our star of the game came in with the game-tying RBI in the second inning of that contest as Prestonwood put up 4 in the bottom of the second inning to win it 4-1. We pause for the prayer and our national anthem.
And the men and women who serve to protect it with the playing of our national anthem. Gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we are gathered in your name and we welcome you into our presence here this evening. We thank you for the gift of this day. We welcome the coaches, players, and fans from Liberty Christian and Prestonwood Christian Academy. We thank you, Lord, for the game of baseball and the life lessons that these student athletes are learning as they showcase the skills and the talents that you bless them with. We pray for the game tonight that there will be no injury and it will be played with integrity, honor, and sportsmanship. We thank you, Lord, for Jesus, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. We pray now that this game would bring honor and glory to you in Jesus' name. Amen.
national anthem on an 81-degree night here in Plano. Feels like 78 with the wind blowing in, but another muggy evening as well, and windy night at that. But hey, at least it's not tomorrow, and at least we get this one in, because we are expecting some rain in the overnight hours and into Saturday as well. It's going to be much cooler tomorrow. Just take a look north of the Red River right now. You see a little bit of a tail end of what we're in for. Is not expecting any severe weather overnight, but certainly some storms are on the way. So Steele LaBeouf towing the mound. The lefty coming off probably his toughest outing of the season last time out, last Tuesday, as he was rocked a little bit in his start and wasn't really able to come out with any of effectiveness in that matchup a week ago tonight, last Friday, I should say. But, he's just a sophomore, and he's getting an opportunity here to turn it around and shake that off against Bishop Lynch in that 12-5 win last Friday. LaBeouf started, went an inning and 2/3, giving up 4 runs. Now, he also gave up 4 hits, and he walked 2, so he didn't have his best stuff. But also behind him, there were some errors committed as well in that game that ended up leading to the early runs, as Bishop Lynch put up that 4 spot in the second inning. And so LaBeouf not giving up any earned runs in that contest. F.J. Gennard came on and ended up settling things down, picking up the win in relief, and Smith locked it down with the 7th inning. But LaBeouf, who was absolutely sparkling the last time these two teams matched up with a 4-1 victory over Legacy Christian, will try to rejuvenate some of that magic when he went 6 innings, scattering 4 hits and giving up just a run, walking nobody and striking out 8. And the first pitch of this game is a liner towards short and through the glove of Max Bachman, who went up the ladder. Jackson Ladd puts hard contact on that one. Ladd, who hits .308 on the season, the 5'8", 185-pound senior, hit that one about as hard as you can hit it, really lining it up into left center field, and he'll be on at first base. Carson Plunkett up from the left side with the .338 average, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs this season, 9 doubles and 3 triples. And first pitch, lefty to lefty, is in there for a called strike to Carson Plunkett. It's ruled a hit for Jackson Ladd as the 0-1 pitch runs away from Carson Plunkett. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ladd 9 for 11 on the base paths this season, leading the team in stolen bases. 1-1 pitch from LaBeouf, and it's rolled over foul back behind home plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Plunkett. Head coach Andrew Embry of Legacy Christian, and in 23 years as a head coach here at Legacy. Started back in 2002. As LaBeouf checks over with Jackson Ladd. He actually started coaching football and baseball in the Frisco ISD before that, and then was hired to help build the athletic program from the ground up, and has done a great job there at Legacy. 1-2 pitch, and that is lined into right field for a base hit. Going first to third is Jackson Ladd. Got a great jump on that one as it was hit to right field. Carson Plunkett makes it back-to-back singles to start this one. 2 good at-bats for Legacy Christian. They've got a first and third situation with nobody out in the top of the first inning here against the Prestonwood Lions tonight. So it hasn't been any kind of defense letting down Steele LaBeouf in this one. Just some solid contact by Ladd and Plunkett to make it first and third. Here comes Jackson Victor. 6'2", 175-pound sophomore shortstop. Hitting .433 this season with runners in scoring position. First pitch here, just off the plate and outside for ball 1. to Jackson Victor. Excellent opportunity to jump on LaBeouf and the Lions. 1-0 is outside, make it 2-0. Victor has tremendous upside. Just a baseball player through and through. Can play second or short. And lining up at short today. 2-0 pitch, and that runs inside from LaBeouf. 3 balls and no strikes. So Victor trying to get the scoring started for Legacy Christian. A game they've got to win to keep their district championship hopes alive. The pitch from LaBeouf, right down the heart of the plate. Fastball winged in there in the low 80s at 3-1. Ladd led off with a single through the glove of Bachman. He's at third, and then Plunkett is at first. 3-1 pitch, swing and foul back by Victor. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Got a pretty good pitch to hit. Just missed it. Long look in by Steele LaBeouf. After fighting back to make it a full count. The pitch. Tapped back up the middle, but over LaBeouf. It's going to score a run. Bachman charges for it. Grabs it on the short hop, and the sidearm throw to first is in time to get Victor. 6-3, but it was bounced in the perfect spot and hit slowly enough where there was no other play. Ladd comes home to score to make it 1-0 Legacy Christian. Carson Plunkett moves on to second base on the ground ball. There's one down for Caden Cox, and still a runner in scoring position for Legacy Christian. Try to make it more than one here in the first inning. Cox coming up from the left side. Left-handed hitting catcher takes ball 1. 5'10", 190-pound senior, hitting .265 this season. LaBeouf takes a couple looks back on this windy night. Brings it home. It's fought off foul down the third base side. Past head coach Legacy Christian, Andrew Embry, be 1 ball and 1 strike. Cox has caught every game this season for Legacy Christian. He's headed to play at Vernon College. He's an excellent young man and a leader behind the plate. Wind whipping, full turnaround by LaBeouf, but nobody was cutting in back behind Carson Plunkett to try to pick him off. Trying to keep Plunkett as close as possible. Scoring situation here. 1 down and runner at second. 1-1 pitch, big wave and a miss. And a pitch high in the strike zone by Caden Cox. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cox opened his career at Reedy High School. In fact, Caden's dad was the first head coach at Reedy. Typical coach's kid. Lately has been upping his average with some quality at bats. Coming back, fighting back from 0-2 counts to pick up walks. Really liked what he's brought here lately. Good plate discipline. 1-2, and that's nipped at down the left field line, and it scoots foul. Well out of play into the porch area. And down the left field side. Stay 1 ball and 2 strikes to Caden Cox. Cox went 1 for 3 in the first matchup with Steele LaBeouf and Prestonwood. Kick in the pitch, and that's, again, foul, just about the same spot on that left field side. The only run of the game for Legacy Christian when the first time the teams got together was Carson Plunkett, a solo home run in the first inning of that one on a night where the wind was blowing out, and he rocketed one to right. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Cox could not hold up on that breaking pitch that was fading away from him as LaBeouf worked lefty to lefty. It's the first strikeout of the game by LaBeouf. And there are 2 down for Chase Sandler. Runner still at second in Carson Plunkett. So Sandler, 5'11", 165-pound junior left fielder, hitting .310 on the season. And another lefty-to-lefty matchup. Bouncer to the left side of the infield. Picked up by Bachman, and he makes the strong throw for the out. So Steele LaBeouf settles down after giving up back-to-back singles to open up the game and gets Legacy to go in order after that. But a run comes home to score on 2 hits. No errors and 1 runner left on base. After 1/2 inning, it's Legacy Christian 1. Prestonwood coming up. This is Prestonwood Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
At Paris Baguette, our expertly crafted cakes, decadent pastries and breads, and freshly brewed coffees are always served with a smile. To find your neighborhood bakery cafe, visit parisbaguette.com.
And welcome back into Plano. On the mound, Blake Langford for Legacy Christian, staked to a 1-0 lead over Prestonwood. Langford, who also started against Prestonwood the first time the 2 teams got together, went 5 innings, giving up 4 runs on 9 hits, striking out 2 and walking 5. And his head coach, Coach Embry, just loves his composure. It's been very fun to coach over the years. And Blake going to Samford University. He's got a baseball mind. He wants to be a general manager one day, and Embry says he has no doubt that Langford will. Got a great feel for the game, great knowledge of the game already in coaching as he coaches 2 Frisco Youth League teams outside of Legacy Baseball. Just another great young man, as many of these kids are on both sides. Great competitor, and he takes the mound tonight for Legacy Christian. 6 foot, 175-pound senior, 3-5 on the season with a .350 ERA. And Langford, the defense behind him is Carson Plunkett at first. Jordan Trout is at second. Jackson Victor at short, and Jackson Ladd at third base. The outfield left to right, Chase Sandler, Bubba Barnes, and Pete Hermagino. And then Caden Cox catching Blake Langford this evening. And leading off for Prestonwood Christian is Junior Niffen. Senior, .358 hitter this season. Niffen leading the team in runs this year and also stolen bases. Digs in from the right side. Righty to righty, Langford comes home. First pitch is up high for ball 1. First matchup against Langford this season, Niffen went 0 for 2, but reached on a walk and scored a run. 1-0. Good pop on that fastball. Outer half of the plate, and a called strike at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Curveball. It's a little high. 2-1 to Niffen. Good hitter's count early on. As the wind whips, Langford rocks and deals, and his fastball is low and away. Cox trying to frame it, but Niffen doing a nice job to watch it in, make it 3-1. Niffen has great eye at the plate. The 3-1 pitch is popped up right side of the infield. Jordan Trout at second base calling for it. And making the catch for the out. 1 down for Jake Felsman. Felsman, the 5'8", 170-pound senior second baseman, hitting .338 on the season. And once it's gotten to district play, Felsman's been able to get on base at a .457 clip in district, and he scored 11 runs in district play as he bunts at the first offering and bunts it off foul. So Felsman leads the team in runs during district play with 11. He's also one of 3 players on the team with double-digit hits. Riggs Huggins and Aiden Moffitt are the other 2. He's also stolen 5 bases, which is tied for the lead during district play. The 0-1 to Felsman. Stays up high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Felsman comes in with a 3-game hit streak. 1-1. Curveball is pounded foul down the third base line. Hit well and just past his head coach James Valade. Goes to 1-2. Trent Valade is on deck for Prestonwood. Swings a big bat. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Up high and tight. 2-2 now to Jake Felsman. Felsman great at grinding at bats. Bulldog of this team. That pitch by Langford way low and away. Comes in at about 57 feet. And it'll be 3 balls and 2 strikes to Felsman. Felsman went 1 for 4 against Langford in the first matchup. Langford kicks and deals the payoff pitch. And it's outside for ball 4. Felsman works the walk. He's the first base runner for Prestonwood, down 1-0 to Legacy Christian here at the bottom of the first inning. And Trent Valade, the top run producer this season for Prestonwood Christian, comes up. The 6'5", 215-pound senior first baseman, headed to Texas A&M next year, hitting .382 with 3 home runs and 27 RBIs this year. Runner goes. Pitch is a good one to throw on. Throw down to second base, and nice job to avoid the tag by Jake Felsman and get in with the stolen base. The throw seemed to beat him, but come in just a little bit shy, and Jackson Victor had to do a full body turn and reach back for Felsman and could not do it in time as Felsman slid for the outfield side of the bag. His 12th steal this season, and he's in scoring position. Pitch was a ball, so it's a 1-0 count. And Langford deals to Valade, who swings and hits it down the left field line, tailing toward foul territory. Long run for Chase Sandler, and in foul territory, he's able to make the backhand grab for the out. It's the part of the park where he disappears behind the black chain link fence, and through the fencing, you cannot see him at all. There are also some posters down that left field line that obstruct the view. But as he ran into foul territory and into the brown warning track turf, he's able to make that long stab. And so Sandler makes the foul out catch in left, and there are 2 down for Aiden Moffitt. So Moffitt, the 6'3", 215-pound junior, .366 hitter this season. Drew 2 walks, had an RBI against Langford the first time the 2 sides matched up a few weeks back. And the first pitch is down low to Moffitt for ball 1. Moffitt, a .366 hitter this season. Moffitt working on a 4-game hit streak. And the second best average on the team during district play. He's hitting .478 in league games. 1-0 pitch in for a called strike, 1-1. Not only that, Moffitt taking a fistful of walks during district action. His on-base percentage is up around .560 during district play. Felsman in scoring position. Langford takes a look back, and the 1-1 pitch, a little bit low. Moffitt, another guy with great plate discipline for Prestonwood. A home run and 22 runs batted in this season, and also leads the team in doubles with 8. Outfield playing him to pull. 2-1. That's down low and away. A fastball that Langford didn't miss by much. So it's 3 balls and a strike. Riggs Huggins is on deck for PCA. 3-1 pitch, hit right back up the box into center field. That should score a run. Jake Felsman motoring around at third as Barnes was slow to pick it up. An RBI single by Aiden Moffitt, and we're tied at 1.
Next up for the Lions, the DH, number 4, Ray.
So Aiden Moffitt responsible for the first single of the game. His 23rd RBI this season. And Moffitt continues to cook in district play. And speaking of cooking, that's what Riggs Huggins has done as well. Leads the team in average at .444 this season, but he is hitting .600 in district play. Throw over to first base, and Moffitt, who has stolen 5 bases this season, cuts back in. So the numbers for Huggins, who is on an 8-game, who has a hit in every district game. He's 12 of 20. And then he also has 4 walks. He's hitting .600. His on base is .652 in district play. Still waiting on that first pitch, righty to lefty. It's up high for ball 1 to Huggins. Huggins, a switch hitter. The only one on the team. 1-0 is outside. Huggins was batting in the 6th hole the first time the two teams matched up. Went 2 for 3 with an RBI. There's one extra base hit in that game from Prestonwood. It was Chance Kidd's first home run of his career. Solo shot into right. Another pitch is low to Huggins, and it's now 3-0. Langford's having a little bit of trouble. He's nibbling around the strike zone, not quite finding it. And 3-0 pitch is a fastball in for a called strike across the outer half. So 3-1 now to Huggins. Moffitt on at first, and 2 down in the bottom of the first inning. Score 1-1. The 3-1 to Huggins. Watches it right down the heart of the plate for a called strike, 3-2. As James Valade says, Riggs takes a lot of pitches, sometimes too many. See if he gets something to hit on 3-2 with 2 down. And it's hit through the right side for a base hit. So Huggins patiently waiting for it. Going first to third on the single to right field is Aiden Moffitt. There are runners at the corners with 2 down after Riggs Huggins extends his district hitting streak to 9 games. So Huggins got that one out of the way early. And it brings up Cruz Banuelos, who has also been hot in district play. Had a game-tying RBI single in the 2nd inning on Tuesday, and he was our star of the game afterward. Great conversation with Cruz about his chess exploits, about inventing a game, about his future in mechanical engineering. Well worth the watch if you want to go back and see it. Banuelos takes outside for ball 1 from Langford, who has gotten to 3 balls on 4 of the first 5 batters he's faced. Langford really having to work. 1-0 pitch. He's in for a called strike to Banuelos. Banuelos' numbers, 313 with no home runs and 16 RBIs this season. Banuelos, the 2nd longest hit streak on the team behind Huggins. He has hit safely in 6 straight. Banuelos hitting .409 in league action. Langford stepping off and looking back to first, see if there's anything on at the corners here with runners at the corners and 2 down. In the bottom of the first inning, Prestonwood trying to take the lead. Here's the pitch. Curveball is hit deep down the left field line, but pulled foul. That may have had enough to get out had it been right down the line, but Banuelos was out in front of that off-speed pitch, and he pounded it. Banuelos looking for his first home run of the season, and he hit that one with purpose. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Langford working first base side of the rubber, and His fastball is away. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. So Moffitt at third, Huggins at first. Banuelos trying to deliver a 2-out RBI. 2-2. And the pitch is fought off. Nice job by Banuelos to fight off that tough pitch on the outer half that could have been strike 3. Max Bachman on deck. Run on 2 hits for both sides so far. And if you're joining us late, a lot on the line for Prestonwood Christian. They're at the top of the district right now, the only team in the district with a winning record, and could win the district with a win today. Cruz Banuelos takes a pitch at the top of the zone for a called strike 3. He didn't really believe it. Doesn't argue the call, but with his body language, frustrated as it is, he's in disbelief. But still, a run comes home to score on 2 hits, no errors and 2 left on. Prestonwood Christian answers back, and after 1, it's PCA 1, Legacy Christian 1. This is PCA Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
Storm damage? Don't wait until it's too late. At Up to Date Roofing, we bring top quality craftsmanship, honest pricing, and fast service to protect what matters most, your home. From repairs to full replacements, we keep your roof and your home up to date. Call us today and stay covered, rain or shine. Up to Date Roofing, keeping you covered no matter the weather.
Welcome back in. 1-1 the score as we go to the top of the second inning. John Little back with you tonight as the Prestonwood Lions get a run in the bottom of the first inning on an Aiden Moffitt RBI single to tie things up after Jackson Ladd had scored on an RBI groundout by Jackson Victor. So Steele LaBeouf, now a tie game again. Faces Pete Hermagino, Jordan Trout, and Bubba Barnes here in the second inning. Hermagino, one of the 5 players in the Legacy Christian lineup that bats 300 or better. They've got a top 6 that are very dangerous. The big difference between these two teams is the bottom of the order. They've got 3 sub-200 hitters after Hermagino. So Hermagino looking at a ball outside from Steele LaBeouf. Hermagino, 9 RBIs this season, 2 doubles, 1-0 pitch. That counts in there for a called strike from LaBeouf. LaBeouf's first pitch to Jackson Ladd was tagged into left center for a base hit. Here's the 1-1, big sweeper, and curveball is fouled off. And it looks like Coach Valade caught it over in the dugout. At least he's holding it up as if he did, as that went lined in toward the dugout. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Hermagino, second strikeout victim of LaBeouf, 1 down in the top of the second inning. Brings up Jordan Trout. Trout, a fundamentally sound sophomore second baseman. Very small at 5'4". Doesn't go more than 120 pounds. Takes a first pitch strike. A 194 batter. Pitch is way outside to him. 1 ball, 1 strike. But he's a guy that, as a sophomore, has earned a starting role this season. His great defensive play has helped him get there. 1-1 low and away to make it 2-1. Good hands, good feet. Great middle infielder from that perspective as the 2-1 pitch is bounced down to short. Another chance for Bachman. A rangy shortstop at 6'4", able to dip down at the waist, scoop it up, and fire across for the out. 3 6-3 putouts by Max Bachman in this one. And there are 2 down, nobody on for Bubba Barnes. Barnes, the center fielder, 6 feet tall, 180 pounds, a senior. First pitch to him, waved at and missed for strike 1 as LaBeouf really challenged him with a fastball down the heart of the plate. Coach Embry says Barnes is just flat out one of the best teammates he's ever coached. Another pitch in the same spot, but it's fouled off. It'll be 0-2. Looked like it went off the catcher, Banuelos, and the home plate umpire wanted to give him an opportunity to shake it off, but Cruz is ready to go again. It's 0-2. He also senses that LaBeouf is in a groove right now and overmatching Barnes, and he wants to get back to it. LaBeouf rocks and deals another fastball. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and you knew that was coming. LaBeouf did not feel like Barnes could handle his stuff, and he was right. So 1-2-3 goes Legacy Christian in the top of the 2nd inning. 1-1 the score between Legacy and Prestonwood. Going to the bottom of the 2nd, this is Prestonwood Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
It's not about fixing air conditioners. It's not about the thousands of hours spent training. It's about homeowners resting easy, knowing they can trust us in their homes. It's about keeping a family cool and comfortable in the dead of summer. At Milestone, it's more than just a job. It is and always will be how we help people.
Welcome back to the Graham. 1-1 in the score as we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning in Plano. Prestonwood picking up a run on 2 hits or 3 hits, I should. 2 hits and a walk, in the opening inning against Blake Langford. Now they'll send 7, 8, and 9 in the order up against Langford here. Max Bachman, 263 hitter with a home run and 16 RBIs, coming up from the right side, the shortstop, been perfect in the field so far in this one. The first pitch from Langford to Bachman, watches it in there for a called strike. Not much movement on that off-speed pitch from Langford. But the 0-1 is swung on and hit in the air to center field. Remember, the wind's blowing in, going back on it, Bubba Barnes. He judges it well in medium depth in center field and puts it away. 1 down on the fly out to center, and here's Lash Henderson. Henderson was not in the lineup when Langford faced Prestonwood 3 weeks ago. Henderson coming back off that hand-wrist injury. 185 hitter with a home run and 6 RBIs. First pitch, curveball that doesn't really break from Langford, and you can see his body English as he tries to get that pitch to come down a little. The 1-0 rolled over foul left side. And Coach Valade messing with the third baseman Jackson Ladd. Valade saying, did you see the play I made over in the dugout earlier? I had that one up the whole way. That slow roller. There's the 1-1 to Henderson. Off speed pitch, and it's fouled back. Henderson able to wait back on that curve, but still trying to get all that timing back, and the blue chip junior looking to lean into what he's capable of. The 1-2, fastball outside. It's a pitcher's pitch by Langford. Probably wasn't going to get it called for a strike, but wanted to stay out of Henderson's hitting range. He's a pull hitter. And Henderson swings and fouls it off right side. 2-2. Henderson with great power. Heavy pull side guy. Big gaps in the outfield, though. 2-2 pitch. Curveball spoiled by Henderson. And Lash staying in there for Prestonwood. This 1-1 game at the bottom of the second inning and one down. Quinn Majewski on deck. The kick and the pitch by Langford. Fastball up high. It's 3-2 now. Prestonwood really made Langford work in the first inning. 30 pitches. Here's the 3-2. And again, an off-speed pitch that's fouled at the plate. Great at bat here for Lash Henderson. Getting that timing back. It's like he fouled it off himself, and it's going to be fine. Standing back in from the right side at 6'5", another payoff pitch. Curveball is in there for a called strike 3. Good pitch by Blake Langford. Really good pitch. It's the same type of pitch that he got Cruz Banuelos on, looking to end the first inning on a 2-2 pitch. There are 2 down for Quinn Majewski. So the base is empty. Majewski, the left-handed batter. Right fielder comes up and takes it up high for ball 1. Majewski had 2 hits. A couple singles against Langford. First time the two teams got together. The 1-0. Hit on the ground, it down to first base, smothered by Plunkett, trying to feed the bag, and it is not in time. Too much speed for Majewski. We'll see if they call it a hit or an error. Maybe one of those where if you're in the majors, you call it an error, but here at this level, you call it a hit. But we won't be the judge there. You know that the speed of Quinn Majewski had everything to do with that, as Carson Plunkett, trying to stab it cleanly on the backhand, was not able to do so. Had he been able to stab it, I think he's able to beat Majewski to the bag. As it is, Langford now entered the play, and he was late getting there. So they're going to give it a hit here. Infield single for Quinn Majewski. And there's a short meeting at the mound. Majewski now with a 6-game hitting streak after that single. They've been checking on the health of their pitcher, Langford. So Majewski, 6 for 6 on stolen bases this season. Small lead at first base with 2 down and Junior Niffen coming up. He popped out to second his first time up. First pitch is low and away from Blake Langford. Coach Andrew Embry for Legacy Christian telling me early today just how big playing clean baseball is. Throw down to second base as the runner goes is to the first base side, and not in time as Majewski is in with the stolen base. And teams have run a lot on Legacy Christian this season. That is 57 stolen bases this year against Caden Cox. He's been able to catch 11 so far this year, but 57 is a hefty number. 1-1 pitch up high, especially for a team that doesn't have terrible pitching. An ERA as a team that's under 4. 2-1 now to Junior Niffen. Pitch on the stolen base was a strike. Now Majewski in scoring position with 2 down. The 2-1 pitch is rolled over foul past Coach Valade. Third base coach's box. It'll be 2-2. 1-1 the score here in the bottom of the second inning. Prestonwood striking on an RBI single by Aiden Moffitt in the first. Now looking for a 2-out base hit from Junior Niffen. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a runner at second, and 2 out. Here comes Langford with the pitch. The fastball stays high. Niffen works pretty consistently, belt high and higher in the zone. And Niffen able to lay off that fastball. So Niffen, who popped out on a 3-1 pitch in the first inning before the payoff pitch, steps out and calls time. Niffen with a .527 on base percentage this season puts a lot of pressure at the top of the order on opponents. And another time called. This time seemed to be by the catcher Cox. Now we're ready to go. Here's the payoff pitch. Niffen takes outside for ball 4. So a patient day at the plate all the way around for Prestonwood, as Langford is quickly approaching 50 pitches. And Jake Felsman comes up. Second walk given up by Langford. Felsman was the first one to walk back in the first inning and came around to score on the single by Moffitt. Lead runner is Majewski at second. Junior Niffen on at first. 2 down, and the first pitch to Felsman is low and away, blocked by Caden Cox. 1-0. Langford shows a lot of good arm side movement. This pitches, the 1-0 is down low. Cross-up batters with that ball that will come inside on right-handed batters. Felsman steps up. There are a lot of lefties in the lineup tonight for Legacy Christian. Tough lineup for righties to face. Throw back to center field is into center. It should have been back to second, but it was backed up nicely. As he's trying to chase Majewski back in, Langford skied it, but it was played perfectly by Bubba Barnes, and not enough time for Majewski to pop up and make it to third base. He's already in scoring position with 2 down. It's a 2-0 count now. Pitch is a fastball in for a called strike in the outer half to Felsman, 2-1. Felsman walked in the first, stole second base, came around to score on the Moffitt single. Now he has a chance to put his team ahead. 2-1. Just outside, 3-1. For Felsman, his 12th run during district play, scored 12 runs in the 8+ games. That leads the team. Digs back in, counting his favorite 3-1. Langford doesn't want to face Valade with the bases full. 3-1 pitch, and that's outside for ball 4, and he will have to face the power hitting Valade with the bases loaded. So there will be a meeting at the mound now as the pitching coach comes out for Legacy Christian here. I think the first visit this inning was to make sure Langford was fine after running over to first base a little bit gingerly to try to cover first. And that's how this all started, as an infield single by Quinn Majewski, rather innocently, after Bachman and Henderson were out on the first 2 to face Langford this inning. Majewski got the infield hit. Junior Niffen walks on a 3-2 pitch. Felsman walks on a 3-1, and now Trent Valade comes up. And Trent Valade, as they say, may be due. He's hitless in his last few at-bats. Rare for the power hitting first baseman, and bats with the bases loaded here and 2 down. First pitch to Valade. He watches it in for a called strike, a fastball that is moving away by Langford. 0-1. Outfield playing Trent to pull. 0-1 pitch. Fastball down. Caden Cox blocks it in the turf. So a ball and a strike. The go-ahead run, Majewski 90 feet away. Trailing him, Niffen, Felsman at first. All kinds of speed for Prestonwood Christian on the base paths. They're in the bottom of the second. 1-1 pitch. And Valade swings and tops it over to second base. Coming up with it, not able to feed it to second. The throw to first is late. It's another infield single as Jordan Trout was unable to get rid of it. And it's all about speed there to help Prestonwood Christian go up 2-1 on the RBI infield single by Trent Valade. Trout did come up with it cleanly, but as he looked to second, which was the shortest play, Felsman got a great jump and was already on the bag. There was no play there. By the time he threw it back to first, it was too late. What do you do? Aiden Moffitt comes up and the bases are still full as everybody moves up a station. Niffen at third, Felsman at second, and Valade at first. Moffitt had an RBI single his first time up. The 0-1 pitch, and that's hit off the end of the bat into short left center field. In fact, the shortstop Jackson Victor is able to stop on it and put it away on the pop out. But a run comes in to score on 2 infield hits and a couple walks. No errors, and the bases left full of Lions. And after 2, it's Prestonwood Christian 2, Legacy Christian 1. This is PCA Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
It's not about fixing air conditioners. It's not about the thousands of hours spent training. It's about homeowners resting easy, knowing they can trust us in their homes. It's about keeping a family cool and comfortable in the dead of summer. At Milestone, it's more than just a job. It is and always will be how we help people.
Prestonwood pitcher Steele LaBeouf enjoying his first lead tonight. 2-1 the advantage for Prestonwood, heading to the top of 3 on a windy, warm night. John Little back with you, and the 9-hole hitter Gabriel Montanari steps in, the designated hitter, and takes the first pitch outside from Steele LaBeouf. Montanari, 167 average this season. 5'9", 170 a sophomore. 1-0 pitch is hit the other way, down too short. Bachman picks it up on the backhand and fires across for the out. Bachman has had to make 4 throws across the diamond in this one. He's been perfect on each one. And there is one down for Jackson Ladd. So back to the top of the order. Fort Legacy Christian now down 2-1 in the game, but Ladd led off the game with a first pitch smash single. Kind of through the tip of the glove of Max Bachman and into left center field his first time up. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Ladd came around to score on the RBI ground out by Jackson Victor. The 1-0 from Steele LaBeouf rides in on Ladd and he fouls it off. 1 ball, 1 strike. So after allowing the first 2 men to reach base on singles, since then LaBeouf has retired 7 straight, all on strikeouts or 6-3 groundouts. As the 1-1 is down low, 2 balls and a strike. Plunkett is next up. The 2-1 pitch to Jackson Ladd, and that's line to second base. Felsman leans to his left and catches it shoulder high. A soft line out for Jackson Ladd. And there are 2 down for Carson Plunkett. So it's neither a 6-3 nor a strikeout, but Steele LaBeouf will take it. And Carson Plunkett comes up. Plunkett, who had the home run against LaBeouf the first time the 2 teams got together. Back up from the left side and goes back up the box, singling into center field on a seeing eye single. A bouncer up over the top of LaBeouf on this turf, and the 3rd hit given up. by LaBeouf so far. So Plunkett is 2 for 2 on a couple singles. And for Carson Plunkett, keeps upping that average, which was 338 coming in. So Plunkett on it first with 2 down. And here's Jackson Victor, 3-hole hitter who bounced out into 6-3 out his first time up, but did drive home a run, his team leading 19th of the season. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. So LaBeouf has started 3 of the first 4 batters off with first pitch balls. This one also outside and high to Victor. It's 2-0. And the player that did not have a ball as his first pitch, Plunkett, singled up the middle. Still, LaBeouf was really in control in the second inning, throwing just 11 pitches. 2-0 pitch here, fastball fouled back. 2 balls and a strike. Victor forced the count full back in the first inning before grounding into the RBI. Now in the top of the third with 2 down and a runner at first. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Victor. That one rides down low and inside. 3 balls and a strike now to Jackson Victor with Caden Cox on deck. LaBeouf comes home. And it's rolled over down to third. Picking it up, Moffitt goes the short way to second to get the out, 5-4, and that'll do it for the inning. No runs on a 2-out single. No errors and a man left on. We go to the bottom of the third in Plano with Prestonwood Christian up on Legacy 2-1. This is Prestonwood Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
Is pain, stiffness, or discomfort keeping you from feeling your best? Hi, I'm Dr. Colby King with Freeform Chiropractic, where we help you move free, feel free, and live free. If pain or stiffness is holding you back, it's time to take control. Visit Freeform Chiropractic for a consultation. Let's create your game plan to move, feel, and live free.
The Children's Health Andrews Institute is helping me get back into the swing of things.
They're getting me back to reaching new heights.
Back to sticking the landing.
Back to setting goals and scoring them.
Back to more than a game.
As experts in everything from orthopedics to performance training, we specialize in getting DFW athletes back to doing what they love.
Welcome back into Plano. John Little back with you. 2-1 the advantage for Prestonwood Christian. As we go to the bottom of the third, Blake Langford starting his third inning of work. He's already thrown 59 pitches, so he is certainly a guy that, you know, has 100+ pitches in his arm, but the way that Prestonwood has made him work, he may not be long for the night. If you're looking at it from a Legacy Christian perspective, got to throw some first pitch strikes, got to get some routine defensive plays behind you. Although Legacy Christian has not committed an error, there have been a couple of plays in the field that could have been made that turned into infield singles and helped get the lead to 2-1. So Langford facing Riggs Huggins. Huggins extending his hit streak in district play up to 9 games with a first inning single on a 3-2 pitch. The 0-1 knocked right back up the box, and Langford is able to catch it on one hop. Runs it to first and underhands it for the out. That's exactly what the Legacy Christian pitcher needed. So Langford gets the out. A very tough guy to get out in Huggins, who's batting better than 600 in district play. That's just mind-blowing. Here's Cruz Banuelos. Had a great at-bat against Langford the first time around. On a 2-2 pitch, took one high in the zone for a called strike 3. First pitch here off speed, and Banuelos way out in front of a change. 0-1. Max Bachman is up next. So Langford working righty to righty as he comes home to Banuelos. The 0-1 is outside and low. One pitch, and Banuelos goes the other way on a fastball into right field for a base hit. Banuelos making solid contact. And with one down, his single in to right puts him on at first for Max Bachman. So for Banuelos, his hitting streak is up to 7 games. And Max Bachman up from the right side. Bachman flew out to center his first time up in the second as he led off the second inning. Takes that first pitch a little bit low for ball 1. Strike zone is not incredibly expansive tonight, and it's been consistent on all sides in my estimation. Man on at first base, and that throw to first to chase Banuelos back in. Banuelos 6 for 6 on the base paths this season. See if Prestonwood puts him in motion against a catcher that's surrendered 57 steals. And it's a hit and run. Banuelos through the right side as the ball is hit into right field for a base hit. Banuelos goes right back to second base on the play, so he does not get to stretch it first to third. But the hit and run is successful, giving Bachman a space to hit through on the right side. And there are 2 on with 1 down for Lash Henderson. There will be a runner. And Bachman comes out. And for PCA, we get Vance Hernandez out there. Hernandez with 8 runs this season, making his 20th appearance of the year, mostly in courtesy running action. So Henderson at first, and Banuelos at second. Lash Henderson coming up from the right side. He struck out looking his first time up, but again, an excellent at bat. It was a 9-pitch at bat by Henderson, which fouled off several pitches, making Langford work. Big part of the reason Langford's up at 65 pitches now. Runners on the move. Ball is a strike. Throw down to third base is wide, and Banuelos nearly overslides the bag, but is able to grip it with his left hand and avoid sliding away. And Prestonwood gets greedy on the base paths as Banuelos steals third. Henderson easily into second, and it is second and third and 1 down for Henderson and an 0-1 count. Danger zone territory here for Langford against the power hitting Henderson. Henderson showing bunt, but it is low and away. Not one that Lash Henderson could put contact on. It's 1-1. So the infield playing in. Left fielder Sandler playing very deep. Not so center and right. Here's the 1-1. Henderson pulls it back and lines it hard into left field for a base hit. Banuelos scores. Henderson on to third base. An RBI single by Lash Henderson. It's 3-1 Prestonwood. Henderson showed bunt, pulled the bat back, and knocks a rocket into left. That is some solid contact by the 5-2 prospect. And it is Henderson's at the corners for Quinn Majewski. Majewski with an infield single to start the threat in the second inning. There were 2 down when Majewski hit it to the second base side of first. Plunkett knocked it down but couldn't do anything with it, and Majewski eventually came around to score on Trent Valade's infield hit. Fake to third, fake to first by Langford. So the inning started with a bounce out by Riggs Huggins, 1-3, but then a single by Banuelos to right, a single by Bachman to right, Lash Henderson a single to left, and there's only 1 down with runners at the corners. The pitch to Majewski. That one is in for a strike. Now, Lash Henderson has outstanding speed, 5 for 6 on the bases. But in his only steal attempt in district play, he did get caught. That was in the 1-0 shutout loss. Came on as a courtesy runner in that one. Got cut down. He's on the move. Fake throw down to second base. It's just not worth it with good speed at third. And Lash Henderson easily into second with his 6th steal of the season. So count them up. That's 5 steals already for Prestonwood in this one. And 2 in scoring position for Quinn Majewski, with 1 down in the bottom of the 3rd. A run already home to make it 3-1. And PCA looking at the possibility of a big crooked number. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Majewski tries to lay down a suicide squeeze, and it is bunted foul. I say suicide, I don't know if it was necessarily a safety, but Henderson was committed to come home, believing that Majewski was going to be able to at least get contact on it, and he did. It was just foul, 1-2. So Langford working out of the stretch. 2 on and 1 out. 1-2 pitch to Majewski. He swings and hits one into center field. This is deep enough to score the runner from third. Barnes circles under it, throws home. Henderson sliding in just ahead of the throw. A really nice throw from center field, and Barnes. Caden Cox came out and cut it off just slightly on one bounce, but by that time the very fast Vance Henderson had slid in behind the play. Sacrifice fly by Majewski. It's his 21st RBI of the season. And it is 4-1 Prestonwood. Scored in every inning. This is the first 2-run inning by the Lions. Again, they can win the district title, clinch it with a win tonight. Junior Niffen up from the right side. First pitch curveball in for a called strike. Prestonwood 7-1. And including tonight, there are 4 district games left for Prestonwood. They have a 3.5 game lead on Legacy Christian, who's second place right now. So Legacy Christian, the only team that could even catch them and tie for the district title, as the 0-1 is in for a called strike on a fastball. For Legacy Christian, a much better year than last year when they only had 1 win. They have quadrupled that and still got 2 games left. District action. Runner on the way. 0-2 pitches outside. Throw down to third, and it is again not in time. And Lash Henderson easily beating the throw with those long strides and able to keep his toes on the bag as he came in with a lot of force and momentum. So he's 90 feet away with 2 down. The 1-2 pitch outside and low, blocked by Caden Cox. It's 2-2 now to Junior Niffen. So make it 6 steals tonight. Second by Henderson of this trip around the bases. Langford trying to get out of it without any more damage with 2 down. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's hit into center field, a base hit. Henderson scores easily from third base. Junior Niffen delivers with an RBI single to center, his 15th RBI of the season. And the lead is up to 5-1 now. Just some station-to-station baseball for Prestonwood this inning. And they've got a lot of speed to work with, and it puts a ton of pressure on a team with a good catcher, but not a catcher who has a propensity for throwing out runners. It's the first pitch to Jake Felsman is in for a strike. Felsman has walked both times, and he came around to score the first time. 5-1 the advantage for Prestonwood Christian, with 3 runs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Langford, runner fakes, throw home, and it's high. 1-1 to Felsman. Niffen does not have a steal in this one. See if he takes off on 1-1. Langford working out of the stretch. There he goes. Pitch is in for a strike. Throw down to second base. Again, it is late. And the Lions having a field day on the bases, 7 for 7 swiping bags so far. Add to that the 8 hits that they've been able to pile up. Now it's 1-2 to Felsman. Langford just needs to worry about the batter here. The 1-2 curveball, that's going to ride inside. There's the good arm side movement that coach was talking about there for Langford as that one rode in. Felsman takes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Langford kicks and deals. That's down low and away. So it'll be 3-2 now with a runner at second base. Here's the payoff pitch, and that's tapped foul, third base side, and this is going to be a tough throw across, and it is not made in time. Jake Felsman with the infield single, and I'm not sure if Jackson Ladd, who picked up the ball there, if he would have been able to maybe get Junior Niffen caught in a rundown, because Niffen was almost to third base, but not quite. But Ladd got up, looked to first, and by that time there was absolutely no play. Felsman's been on base all 3 times. And there are runners at the corners for Valade, who swings at the first pitch and pops it up on the infield. Easy play made by Victor, but that ends the inning. And 3 runs come home to score on 5 hits. No errors and 2 left on. So Prestonwood blows it open after 3 complete. It's Prestonwood Christian 5, Legacy Christian 1 on PCA Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
Hey there, Lion Nation. I'm Rudy Casanova, owner and president of Global Strategic Business Process Outsource Solutions. In athletics, teamwork is everything. Each player has a role, and when they come together, they achieve greatness. At Global Strategic, we believe the same principle applies to the workplace. When the right people come together, your business thrives. Let Global Strategic help you build a winning team at work. Visit www.globalstrategic.com for more information and schedule some time with me or one of my team. The Casanova family and Global Strategic are proud supporters of the PCA Athletic Program. Go Lions!
Are you injured or in pain and not sure what to do? Schedule a complimentary injury screening and talk to our physical therapists at Vista PT to see if physical therapy is right for you. No prescription or referral is needed.
Great to have you back with us tonight on a warm evening, our only warm evening of the weekend. 5-1, the advantage now for Legacy Christian, and they've done it all on singles. 9 singles in this game, 3 of them by the infield variety. And they've been able to touch up Langford on the offensive end, and Steele LaBeouf has settled down on the defensive end on the mound. And as we go to the top of the 4th inning, Legacy Christian sends up Cox, Sandler, and Hermagino, the middle of the order. And also, I think it's a law firm in downtown Frisco as well. Cox struck out swinging his first time up and takes a first pitch strike as the lefty stands in against the lefty LaBeouf. LaBeouf with 41 pitches through 3 innings. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on for Legacy Christian. LaBeouf's off speed is inside, 1-1. For Prestonwood, 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors, and 6 left on base. Here's the 1-1 to Caden Cox. Curveball in for a called strike. It's a nice pitch by LaBeouf. He has that 4-seamer in the mid-80s, plus the cutter, the sinker, and that circle change. Here's the 1-2. And that is lined into left field for a base hit. Great job to go with that pitch by Caden Cox. Trying to protect the plate on 1 and 2 and aggressively hitting it into left for the 4th base hit against Steele LaBeouf so far. Best attribute about LaBeouf is his strike throwing ability and his ability to stay calm on the mound. A leadoff single for Legacy Christian. And LCA goes with a runner here. It's kind of tough to see him. He's got flowing robes on. I think it's Kason Becker, freshman. Yeah. So Botker on at first base. 5'11", 135-pounder. The pitch is in for a strike. Another 0-1 is fouled off to make it 0-2 to Chase Sandler. So running for the catcher, Cox here after his single. Cox hitting up near 300 in district play this year. The 0-2 pitch, Sandler takes, and that is just away. Steele LaBeouf trying to lean his way into a call there, but it doesn't go to his favor. It's 1-2. LaBeouf comes home, and that's lined into left field for a base hit. Again, LaBeouf trying to work away from these lefties, and they're obliging by going the other way. Chase Sandler with the liner into left field. Becker moves on to second base, and there are 2 on and nobody out for Jordan Trout. And Trout will be pulled back. There will be a pinch, or rather, Trout's up next after Hermogino. My apologies. Hermogino, the right fielder, up from the right side. Good opportunity to try to get back in this game after LaBeouf had retired 9 of the last 10. Now there's back-to-back singles. And before the first pitch, LaBeouf wheels around, and Hermogino tipped his hand. He was already squaring around to bunt, which is, not mind-blowing, but does help show the Lions what they're facing here. The first baseman, Valade, creeps in. Third baseman even with the bag. Moffitt pitches a strike. He throw down to second base as drifting away was Betker, the freshman, and Cruz Manuelis tried to make him pay for it. Does get back in just ahead of the tag. So a strike to Hermogino. Hermogino at open stance slightly from the right side. Crouching down as he waits for the pitch. Instead, LaBeouf wheels around. LaBeouf never makes the throw down to second base, though. Comes home 0-1. Big wave and a miss as Hermogino was not bunting that time. And on a off-speed pitch that rides way inside and low, Hermogino was swinging all over the top of it. Time called by Pete Hermogino. Hermogino, in addition doing a nice job in right field, he also has been good on the mound this year. 0-2 pitch, and that is popped up into right center field, and Lash Henderson trots in for it. Very shallow right center, and Henderson puts it away. So the fly out to center field means there's one down, and now Jordan Trout comes up. Jordan Trout bounced out 6-3 his first time up. The left-handed hitters in this lineup for Legacy Christian have been content to go the other way, and that includes Trout his first time up with a bouncer to short. Prestonwood thinking to. First pitch outside to Jordan Trout. 1-0. But again, lefty to lefty. LaBeouf continues to work the outside part of the zone. Here's the 1-1. That went a little bit closer this time, and it's a fastball that grazes the outside part of the plate for a called strike. Kason Becker running down at second, and Sandler at first. 1-1 pitch. It falls low. 2 balls and a strike. Good crowd on hand on a nice night. Getting some wind back in their face coming out of the south. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that fastball is smoked down the left field line, but back foul and out of play past the third base dugout. And it's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jordan Trout. LaBeouf got hit for a run in the first inning, but nothing since, and it's now a 5-1 advantage for Prestonwood. 2-2 pitch from LaBeouf, and it's a breaking pitch that never really breaks. Stays inside on Trout, who digs away from it to make it 3-2. No walks issued yet by Steele in this one, and he didn't issue a walk against Legacy Christian the first time the two teams got together. See if Trout can come up with one. 3-2, hit on the ground, down to third. Big final hop, but Moffitt handles it to second for one and on to first and around the horn double play. 5-4-3. The defense gets it done for Prestonwood. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th with Prestonwood up 5-1 on Legacy Christian. This is Prestonwood Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
At Paris Baguette, our expertly crafted cakes, decadent pastries and breads, and freshly brewed coffees are always served with a smile. To find your neighborhood bakery cafe, visit parisbaguette.com.
With friendly and knowledgeable dealers who install long-lasting and reliable systems, you can trust Comfort Maker to keep you a step ahead with advanced technology and exceptional comfort.
Got a new pitcher for Legacy Christian. Blake Langford goes 3 innings, giving up 9 hits, 5 runs, all earned. And he struck out 2, both looking, and walked 2 as well. And he gives way to Pete Hermagino, the right fielder who we just told you has done a good job this year. Now, out in right field instead will be Gabriel Montanari. So the designated hitter here enters the game into right for Hermagino. So again, Gabriel Montanari out in right field. So for Hermagino on the season, as we were telling you, he's done a really nice job for Legacy Christian this year when he's been on the mound. He stays off the barrel well. He stays around the plate and makes his pitches really appealing to hitters, says Coach Embry. So Hermagino comes in here to start the 4th inning. Go ahead and take a look at his season numbers for you. Hermagino on the year, making his 10th appearance. They've all been in relief. An ERA of 4.42. He's struck out more than he's walked, 27-21. He has given up 15 hits over 19 innings of work, 15 runs and 12 errors. He has walked a few, though. That has been an issue with his 21 walks in 9 innings. He's got good stuff. He's just not always able to hit the plate. And he faces Aiden Moffitt to lead off the inning. First time that those two have matched up in this one. Moffitt has the count in his favor, 2-0. Moffitt 1 of 2 from the plate in this game. With an RBI single in the first inning to score the game's opening run, and then he popped out to short to end the second inning. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and it's in for a called strike as Moffitt was trying to take that leadoff walk. Riggs Huggins is on deck. facing Hermogino here. Pete Hermogino rocks and deals 3-1, and Moffitt swings and ricochets it foul back.
Now pitching for
It's now 3-2.
number 4, Pete Hermogino.
So Moffitt digs in. It's now a full count. Hermogino kicks and deals. And the pitch is tapped foul down the third base line, and it does end up foul of the bag by about a foot as Jackson Ladd looked on. Another payoff pitch coming to Moffitt, the first guy Hermogino's faced. The pitch is popped up into left field. This is playable for Chase Sandler. And on a windy night, he puts it away. Moffitt's 1 for 3. One down in the bottom of the fourth inning. And it brings up Riggs Huggins. Huggins is 1 for 2 with a single to continue the first inning, and then he bounced out back to the pitcher Langford in the third inning. The curveball is in for a called strike to Riggs Huggins. So Huggins getting a look at a new pitcher for the first time in this one. Huggins leading the team in average coming in. That fastball is down a little bit. 1 ball and 1 strike to Huggins. Hermogino comes home 1-1. Huggins again takes it low. Pretty much an identical pitch, staying down in the zone. It's 2 balls and a strike to Huggins. There are not many places to breathe in this order, as the 2-1 curveball is popped up down the left field line. Long run for it into foul territory, and Chase Sandler weaving his way through traffic as the shortstop and third baseman both gave way to him, is able to put it away in foul territory. So good play by Sandler to get the out. And there are 2 down for Cruz Banuelos. Banuelos is single to right and came around to score in the third inning. He has the go-ahead run in this game. Part of that 3-run, or rather the run to make it 2-1, I should say. Or 3-1, I should say. There we go. But in any event, part of that 3-run third inning for Prestonwood. So we play in the bottom of 4 and a 5-1 advantage for the Lions. 1-0 pitch, and it's swung on and foul tipped at the plate. 1-1. Hermogino clean so far. Able to force a couple tough hitters into flyouts to left. Here's the 1-1. And it's fouled back by Banuelos. Count goes to 1-2. If Banuelos can get on, Max Bachman is on deck. He singled his last time up. Everybody has a hit for Prestonwood. 1-2 pitch is in for a called strike 3. Banuelos is frozen solid. And Hermogino earns a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the 5th inning on a Friday night. It's 5-1 Prestonwood. This is PCA Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
You gotta dip your chicken strips. Hey, this is Kiani.
And this is Tabitha.
And a little thing we love about Chick-fil-A chicken strips
is all the different sauces we can dip them in. I like to line up all my favorite sauces so that in every bite, I have a different flavor. Then, with the tenderness of the chicken, the juiciness of it, it's all there.
And for me, I like to mix my sauces so I get a little tang and I get a little sweetness all in one bite. That's just a recipe for a good time, you know?
That's what makes it for me. Like, that's what does it for me.
That's what I'm saying.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Welcome back into Plano. 5-1 is the lead for Prestonwood as we go to the top of the 5th inning. 1 run in the first, 1 run in the second, and 3 in the third for Prestonwood. Coming off their first scoreless inning as they got sat down in order in the 4th inning. Visiting Legacy Christian struck for 1 against Steele LaBeouf in the first, but nothing more after that. So Bubba Barnes leads it off for Legacy Christian. Barnes struck out swinging in the 2nd inning to end the 2nd. He became the 3rd strikeout victim of Steele LaBeouf back in the 2nd. LaBeouf still hasn't walked anybody, and he's scattered 5 hits. Missing a lot of bats in this one, and the first pitch to Barnes is swung on and foul tapped into the glove of Cruz Banuelos. 1-0 pitch. That's lifted in the air to right field. Going back on it, Quinn Majewski has it measured and puts it away. Barnes is a long out. LaBeouf still in control. And with 1 down, Gabriel Montanari, who's now the right fielder, comes up. Montanari 0 for 1. The ground out. Down to short, and Max Bachman his first time up. LaBeouf kicks and deals. And it is rolled to the right side of the infield. Waiting back on a 3rd hop, Felsman makes the throw to first. Quick 2 up, 2 down. LaBeouf got a 5-4-3 ending inning double play from Jordan Trout to wrap up the 4th inning. Latest scoring opportunity for Legacy Christian, and really the only time that they had threatened Prestonwood tonight, other than that opening inning where they scored 1. Jackson Ladd up from the right side for the 3rd time. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored and fouls his first pitch off. 0-1. Ladd singled to left and came around to score to open things up tonight, but it's been all Prestonwood since with that 5-1 lead. Prestonwood closing in on a district championship if they can win this game this evening. Legacy Christian has alternated wins and losses over their last 5. They're due a win. 1 pitch, off speed and in for a called strike to Jackson Ladd. It's 0-2. LaBeouf comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and a little bit harder on that pitch that was running in on Ladd, but he's able to foul it off and stay 0-2. Had a tough out, 308 hitter this season. In addition to his 16 walks, he's also forced pitchers into 10 hit-by pitches. Fouls another one off, staving off a tough-to-hit fastball. It's 0-2. Story tonight for Prestonwood offensively. All 9 players have a single. They're 7 for 7 on stolen bases. The 0-2 pitch fouled straight back by Jackson Ladd. So it's literally an everybody hits evening for Prestonwood. Here's the 0-2. And that one falls just a little bit outside. So 1-2 now to Jackson Ladd. LaBeouf comes home, and that pitch is outside as well. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks pretty enticing, but Ladd able to hold off of it. Another 2-2 pitch. Circle change, hit on the ground, down to third. Charging hard for it. Moffitt on the run, makes the sidearm throw. Good stretch at first base by Valade to get the out. 1-2-3 goes Legacy Christian in the top of the 5th. And as we go to the bottom of 5, it is 5-1. Prestonwood leading Legacy Christian. This is Prestonwood Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
You gotta dip your chicken strips. Hey, this is Kiani.
And this is Tabitha.
And a little thing we love about Chick-fil-A chicken strips
is all the different sauces we can dip them in. I like to line up all my favorite sauces so that in every bite, I have a different flavor. Then, with the tenderness of the chicken, the juiciness of it, it's all there.
And for me, I like to mix my sauces so I get a little tang and I get a little sweetness all in one bite. That's just a recipe for a good time, you know?
That's what makes it for me. Like, that's what does it for me.
That's what I'm saying.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Welcome back into Plano. It is the bottom of the 5th inning as Prestonwood Christian, already 2-0 this season against Legacy Christian, leads the Eagles 5-1. Max Bachman leads it off last time up. For Bachman, he singled into right field.
That's all you want me for.
Vance Hernandez ran for him, came around to score. Acknowledge a mistake of mine as the first pitch is a little bit high, it looks like, for ball one to Bachman. Lash Henderson's name is right below Vance's on my spotting board, and I accidentally wrote down Henderson while he was running instead of Hernandez. I called him Henderson while he was on the base path, so I apologize to the deft ear that caught that. Here's the 2-0, and that is hit on the ground down third base line and just a little wide of the bag. 2-1 to Max Bachman. So Bachman, 1-2 for the game. Pete Hermagino, the new pitcher, comes home and paints the inside corner with a called strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lash Henderson is due up next, followed by Quinn Majewski. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Tried for the same pitch. This one just a little bit more inside on Bachman, and he takes for ball 3. Hermagino sent down everybody he faced last inning, but this fastball is inside for ball 4, and Bachman takes a walk. Hernandez should run for him again. You would think so, but right now, no. We'll see. And brings up Lash Henderson from the right side. Henderson singled his last time up, an RBI single for his 7th RBI of the season. Also, as he fouls the first pitch off, took a big swing. He stole 2 bases and then scored a run. Really productive time on the base paths last time. Again, Bachman running for himself at first base after Hernandez had run for him last time. It's 0-1 to Henderson. Pitch stays high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Quinn Majewski lurking on deck for Prestonwood. 23-3 on the season, 7-1 in district play. Top-ranked TAPS team in the state. As the 1-1 pitch is fouled back. Henderson on that pitch inside and on his hands, upset that he took a big swing at that one. One on and nobody out. Hermagino comes set. The pitch to Henderson. Swung on and fouled back. Another big cut by Lash Henderson. Center fielder starting to get his timing back for Prestonwood after missing several weeks, more than a month, with an injury. Hermagino set at the belt and delivers. Check swing as the ball falls low and away. Henderson did not go. It's 2-2. So it was a 3-2 pitch that Bachman took for ball 4. He runs it first. The 2-2 here. And the off-speed pitch is fouled off. Spoiled by Henderson. Just got a piece. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Henderson struck out looking on a really nice at-bat against Blake Lang for the first time around. Second time tagged him with an RBI single. 2-2, foul back again. And in that at-bat for Henderson, he had showed bunt early in the at-bat and then showed and pulled back before he swung away. Again, everybody has a hit in this lineup for Prestonwood today. All 9 have a single. And the pitch, in for a called strike 3. Good fastball by Hermogino, and a nice battle between Hermogino and the 8-hole hitter, Lash Henderson. Second strikeout for Hermogino. First out of the inning. Bachman still running at first. And here's Quinn Majewski. Majewski's had 2 very productive at-bats. Infield single in his first, came around to score a run as the ball gets away. The pitch is a strike. Throw down to second base. Is not in time on what should probably be ruled a pass ball there, as Bachman was able to race down to second base. Majewski with an infield single and a run scored in the second. Pitch here tapped down to first. That will move the runner. Majewski hitting the ball down to Carson Plunkett, who gobbles it up this time and takes it himself. This time Plunkett didn't have to double clutch it like he did the first time around when Majewski was able to beat him to the bag with his great speed. 3 unassisted on the out, 2 down in the inning. Bachman races over to third on the ground ball, and he's 90 feet away. Junior Niffen comes up. Niffen popped out in the first, but he walked in the second, and he had an RBI single in the third inning. First pitch, curveball in for a called strike from Pete Hermogino. Max Bachman led off the inning with a walk. Hermogino trying to work around that. The 0-1 pitch down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, Legacy Christian longtime head coach Andrew Embry saying that Hermogino does a nice job working around the plate, making things enticing to hitters. Stays away from the barrel of the bat. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball on the inside part of the plate for a called strike to make it 1-2. When he's hitting his spots, Hermogino obviously can be very effective out of the pen. He hasn't started a game this season for Legacy Christian, but has been their best reliever. Niffen calls time before the next pitch from Hermogino. Bachman runs at third. 1-2. Outside and low. Gets away on a wild pitch. An easy score for Max Bachman. And it's 6-1 Prestonwood. Again, when he's hitting his spots, things going well for Hermogino, but that one hitting the turf and squirting away from Caden Cox. He got a piece of it, but not enough to keep it close. And with the bases empty and a 2-2 count, the pitch to Niffen is fouled back. Stays 2-2. Already Niffen's 4th at bat in this one. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Niffen also has a stolen base in this game, his 20th of the year. The 2-2, that's ripped in the air to left center field. That's past the center fielder and into the gap. Watch Niffen run to second base, and he ain't stopping. On his way to third, and he's in easily, standing up. Junior Niffen with his first triple of the year, the 7th triple of the season for Prestonwood. Bubba Barnes just did not have him played to hit the ball that hard. And Niffen smoked it to the left of Barnes as we look at it, to his right. And Barnes could not chase it down. So Niffen replaces Bachman down at third base. And Niffen's 90 feet away with 2 down for Jake Felsman, who takes a first pitch ball. Felsman, 1 for 1. He's been on base all 3 times. 1-0 pitch. That's lined. Foul toward the dugout, but passed it this time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Felsman walked and scored in the first. Walked and was stranded in the second. Had an infield hit in the third. 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground down to short. Should end the inning. Victor on to first, and it does end the inning, 6-3. But a run comes home on a hit, no errors, and a man left on. We're through 5 in Plano. The score, Prestonwood Christian 6, Legacy Christian 1. This is PCA Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
With fast signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With Fast Signs, your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Is pain, stiffness, or discomfort keeping you from feeling your best? Hi, I'm Dr. Colby King with Freeform Chiropractic, where we help you move free, feel free, and live free. If pain or stiffness is holding you back, it's time to take control. Visit Freeform Chiropractic for a consultation. Let's create your game plan to move, feel, and live free.
And welcome back into Plano. Steele LaBeouf, now a 5-run lead. Big tailwind behind him as we head to the top of the 6th inning in this district matchup. Third face-off this season between Prestonwood and Legacy. Two teams separated by just about 10 miles and one stretch of road. Carson Plunkett, Jackson Victor, and Caden Cox, the combatants for Steele LaBeouf here in the top of the 6th inning. Carson Plunkett, 2 for 2 in this game with a couple singles. He's got 2 of the 5 hits for Legacy Christian. Prestonwood has 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors and 7 left on. It's 1-5-0-3 for Legacy Christian. Pitch is outside and low, make it a 2-0 count in favor of Carson Plunkett. Plunkett singled in the first, singled in the third. Has the count in his favor here, and the 2-0 is cued to the right side of the infield. A lot of English on this one. It's picked up by Felsman. Shovel onto first base. Underhand is in time. As Felsman dug into that one, I think he was trying to read the cue action of that ball and was expecting it to be further to his right. Really had to lean down for it, but great athlete Felsman, able to make it look almost routine on that shovel feed over to Carson Plunkett, or to get Carson Plunkett, and there is one down for Jackson Victor. Victor first pitch swinging, fouls at first base side and out of play. Victor is 0 for 2, but had an RBI ground out back in the first. RBI number 19 of the season. Buff kicks and deals. Swing and a miss by Jackson Victor as Buff's able to miss a bat. Sophomore starting to come into his own on the varsity here for Prestonwood this season. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball is fouled off. We'll do it again at 0-2 to Jackson Victor. 1 run in the first for Legacy Christian and nothing since. All zeros thrown up by Steele LaBeouf as we play here in the top of the 6th. The 0-2 pitch outside, and Victor does not offer. LaBeouf comes home. Pitch in for a called strike 3. That time he was able to bring the off speed further in, right over the heart of the plate. Circle changes that out pitch for him, and he freezes Jackson Victor. 2 down. It's the 4th strikeout for Steele LaBeouf. No walks. Caden Cox up from the left side. Singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. First pitch is a fastball working away from Cox. Takes it for ball 1. Cox went the other way into left on a 1-2 pitch for a single his last time up. Still working away from him. This time it's in for a called strike. Cox very patient at the plate. 1-1 pitch. And he swings and hits it in the air to center field, but Lash Henderson has a beat on it. Leans to his right and puts it away. 1, 2, 3 goes Legacy Christian. LaBeouf has retired 7 in a row. Going back to the double play ball to end the 4th inning. And as we go to the bottom of the 6th, the score, Prestonwood 6, Legacy Christian 1. This is Prestonwood Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
The Children's Health Andrews Institute is helping me get back into the swing of things.
They're getting me back to reaching new heights.
Back to sticking the landing.
Back to setting goals and scoring them.
Back to more than a game.
As experts in everything from orthopedics to performance training, we specialize in getting DFW athletes back to doing what they love.
And going to the bottom of the 6th inning, it will be the 3rd inning of work for Legacy Christian's Pete Hermagino after Prestonwood chased Langford with his 3 innings of work and a pretty hefty pitch count, up around 80. Since then, Hermagino has come in and been effective, giving up just 1 hit and 1 walk, but he did give up a run. He struck out 2, both looking in this one. He'll face Trent Valade for the first time in this game, and then Aiden Moffitt and Riggs Huggins, the first 2 batters he faced. So Valade had an infield single in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 3. Once more of the 10 hits tonight, 9 different players have attained them, and 9 of the 10 have been singles as well. First pitch to Valade, down low. Valade shakes his head at that one. 1-0. Hermagino comes home and Valade smashes it into center field, but on a night like this, it's not going to carry. Got underneath it, and Bubba Barnes, the center fielder, creeps in to make the catch. 1 down in the bottom of the 6th inning for Aiden Moffitt. Prestonwood trying to advance the lead and pick up a little bit more insurance for Steele LaBeouf, who has been in a groove. Aiden Moffitt 1 for 3 with an RBI single and watches it low for ball 1. Elsewhere, Bishop Lynch leads JP2 tonight, 5-0. 1-0 pitch is down low. So there's, remember, Bishop Lynch, we had told you earlier this week, was saving their best pitcher for Friday as the 2-0 pitch is down low, now 3-0 to Aiden Moffitt. And so they waited until today to get Julian Acala on the mound, and it's worked out pretty well. He's scattered 8 hits through 6 innings, and just now JP2 has put the first run on the board in the top of the 7th. 3-0 pitch. That's up high for ball 4. And a walk for Aiden Moffitt. Moffitt on base for the 2nd time. That game is at John Paul II on the other side of Plano, and 5-0. It was 5-0 until the bottom of the 6th. That's when JP2 finally put a run on. Now Bishop Lynch trying to add to it in the top of the 6th. Another courtesy runner at first base as Aiden Moffitt is lifted here. And for PCA, it's going to be Preston Smith on to run for Aiden Moffitt. Smith running at first, and here's Riggs Huggins. Huggins with a single his first time up, and then bounced out and fouled out First pitch, a fastball for a called strike. Hermogino comes home, and that's right back up the box off of Hermogino, but still has enough forward momentum to make it into center field. Trying to go first to third on the play, but out is Smith thanks to a great throw by Bubba Barnes from center field. So the out there goes 8-5, and really 1 to 8-5 as that started off by going off of Hermogino to get Preston Smith trying to go first to third on the play. Riggs Huggins turns the single into second base on the throw. So he's down at second. They're going to go check on Hermogino as he got hit by that rocket shot by Huggins. Huggins' second hit of the game. Hermogino will be asked to try a warm-up toss just to make sure he's okay. Throws a fastball to prove himself, and he'll keep on going. So Cruz Banuelos comes up for Prestonwood here. He's hit the ball hard several times tonight, including pulling one down the left field line that was foul that had home run distance. That's here with the runner in scoring position in Huggins, and bottom of the 6th inning and a 5-run lead. First pitch swinging, he pops it up. Should end the inning, foul territory. Third baseman moves in, and Ladd puts it away near the on-deck circle down the third base line. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left on base. And we go to the 7th inning. Prestonwood up 6-1. This is PCA Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
With friendly and knowledgeable dealers who install long-lasting and reliable systems, you can trust Comfort Maker to keep you a step ahead with advanced technology and exceptional comfort.
At Paris Baguette, our expertly crafted cakes, decadent pastries and breads, and freshly brewed coffees are always served with a smile. To find your neighborhood bakery cafe, visit parisbaguette.com.
Make your dream outdoor space a reality with Aquaterra Outdoors. From full-service design to construction for landscaping, pools, and outdoor structures, we offer everything you need for your ideal outdoor environment. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, Aquaterra Outdoors, elevating outdoor living to the next level. Contact us today at 214-387-8333 or visit our website aquaterraoutdoors.com and start your journey to the ultimate outdoor experience.
F.J. Gennard gets an opportunity. The outstanding closer for Prestonwood comes on after a really nice controlled game by Steele LaBeouf. LaBeouf goes 6 innings, scattering 5 hits and giving up just 1 run. He strikes out 4 and walks no one. You know, nothing spectacular necessarily about LaBeouf's night, but he was just super solid and didn't let game get away from him at all, and gives way to Gennard with the 7th inning upon us, and 5, 6, and 7 due in the order for Legacy Christian here. Gennard's last time out, coming out of the pen, he had 4 1/3 scoreless innings. I mean, really shut things down against the Eagles a week ago. Gennard, one of the 4 pitchers that Prestonwood has used during district play. Kind of a dual closer situation now with Austin Smith back as well off of injury. The first pitch to Chase Sandler is fouled back. Sandler is 1 for 2. He singled in the 4th, but got erased on the 5-4-3 inning-ending double play to wrap up the 4th. Down in the count here, 0-1. And before the next pitch, you could hear our bases umpire saying time. And there is some jawing going on between the base coach, the first base coach for Legacy Christian, and the Prestonwood dugout. That's the reason for the stop. As the 0-1 pitch is tattooed into left field, down for a base hit. Solid single by Chase Sandler. So Prestonwood closing in on a district title and securing it for the 5th consecutive year. You don't want anything happening toward the end of this game that would put any kind of damper on that. As the first pitch to Hermagino, now the pitcher into right field. It is on the liner. A catch made by Quinn Majewski. Tries to double up Chase Sandler, but Sandler didn't stray too far away. And Hermagino is allowed out. He's 0 for 3. And there's one down for Jordan Trout, who has bounced out twice to the left side of the infield. Trout skimming out 6-3 and then hitting into a 5-4-3 double play to end the 4th. He's up from the left side against F.J. Gignard, and first pitch swinging. He fouls it toward the third base dugout. And the man on deck, Bubba Barnes. Gignard with great numbers this year, 5-0 with 2 saves. So 1 pitch is outside and high. So 5-0 with 2 saves, a .79 ERA. Giving up well less than a hit per inning. It's 36 innings, giving up 23 hits now. He's given up 4 runs. They've all been earned this year. 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. It's the 2-1 pitch to Trout, and that one fades away. Now 3-1. Gignard just wanting to come in and throw strikes, wrap this one up. Not a safe situation tonight with the 5-run lead. Here's the 3-1. And that's down the heart of the plate for a called strike. Exactly what FJ is in to do here. Gignard comes set. It's 1 on. The payoff pitch. And that one tails away low and outside to Trout, who earns the walk. First walk issued by PCA pitching tonight. There are 2 on with 1 down, and Bubba Barnes is up. Coach on the field, the catcher, Cruz Banuelos, comes out to chat with FJ. Gignard, the 6-foot, 190-pound junior. Transfer from Lovejoy. That low 90s fastball. Had a perfect game against Taka earlier this year. First pitch here to Barnes. Check swing, and that was a strike anyway, 0-1. Barnes is 0 for 2. Strikeout swinging and a flyout. A 1 pitch is down low and in the turf. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gabriel Montanari's spot in the order is on deck, but it's not Montanari waiting. The freshman Betker as the 1-1 is inside. 2-1. Gignard comes home with the 2-1 pitch, and there's the fastball. Pops the glove for a called strike at 2-2. Puts a charge through the crowd on this warm April evening. The 2-2 pitch from Gignard. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Throw down to first base, and getting back in ahead of the throw is Trout on a nice snap throw by Cruz Banuelos. But F.J. Gignard wastes no time overpowering Bubba Barnes. And there are 2 down. And it will be Botker.
Dellinger, number 10.
coming up from the left side. And so Kaysen Botker from the left side takes the first 2 pitches outside for balls 1 and 2. Jay's release point a little bit off there on these first 2 pitches. Gignard comes home 2-0. This time over the plate, but a bit high. Now it's 3-0. If Botker, who's hitting in the 9-hole here, can reach, be back to Jackson Ladd at the top of the order. 3-0 pitch. Be taking all the way. And it's in for a strike as Gignard wants to avoid walking him to load the bases. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Gignard. Again, taking all the way, and the freshman Botker takes a called strike. It's 3-2, and Legacy is down to their final strike. And Prestonwood is a strike away from a district championship. Sandler at second, Trout at first. 2 out. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Outside for ball 4. Gignard loses the freshman Botker to first base, and it is the bases loaded with 2 down for Jackson Ladd. Ladd has a home run this season. In the game, he is 1 for 3. He's hit the ball hard twice. Faces F.J. Gignard for the first time. First pitch in for a called strike. Ladd's got to reach to give Legacy Christian a chance. Carson Plunkett could bat as the tying run. 0-1, and that swung on and fouled off. And again, Legacy down to their final strike. So bases full of Legacy Christian Eagles. As many guys as they've had on base all night. Gignard's run into a little bit of strain. He's trying to get out of it. Here's the 0-2. Bounces away. And Banuelos able to keep it close. Is 1-2 now. Legacy has not scored since the first inning. Jackson Ladd, who's at the plate now, coming home. Here's the 1-2. And check swing. He went around, and with the bases full, all Banuelos has to do is pick the ball up and tag home. And that is it. Legacy Christian falls to Prestonwood 6-1. And for the 5th straight year, the Prestonwood Lions are the district champions.
Prestonwood Lions have done it again. PCA has clinched their 5th straight district title for the first time in school history.
Final score 6-1. Prestonwood over Legacy. We'll be back with final totals in a moment. This is Prestonwood Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
Storm damage? Don't wait until it's too late. At Up to Date Roofing, we bring top quality craftsmanship, honest pricing, and fast service to protect what matters most, your home. From repairs to full replacements, we keep your roof and your home up to date. Call us today and stay covered, rain or shine. Up to Date Roofing, keeping you covered no matter the weather.
And welcome back in. Final score 6-1. The Prestonwood Lions pick up the win over Legacy Christian and win the district once again, their 5th straight district championship, and they clinch it still with 3 games to go. John Little back with you and our entire Metro Sports Communications crew for the final word for this one. 6 runs on 11 hits, no errors, and 8 left on base for Prestonwood. For Legacy Christian, it was 1 run on 6 hits, no errors, and 6 left on base tonight. The winning pitcher, Steele LaBeouf, he went 6 innings, giving up 5 hits and 1 run. It was earned. He struck out 4 and walked nobody. F.J. Gennard came on to work the scoreless 7th, and he left the bases loaded after striking out 2 and walking 2 and giving up 1 hit. Losing pitcher is Blake Langford, who gave up 5 of the 6 runs on 9 hits. All the runs were earned. He struck out 2 and walked 2 for Legacy Christian. Prestonwood, again, of the 11 hits, everybody had at least 1. Players to have multiple hits in tonight's action. Well, right at the top of the order, Junior Niffen was 2 for 3 with a triple and an RBI. Also in this game, Jake Felsman reaches base 3 times, including 2 times on a walk and once on an infield single. Trent Valade had an infield single for an RBI. Aiden Moffitt reached base twice and drove in a run, and Riggs Huggins with a 2-hit day as well. And Max Bachman reached base twice as well in his spot in the lineup, scored 2 runs. Prestonwood, in a time of 2 hours and 3 minutes, gets it done tonight. And Prestonwood Christian wraps up the district title with a 6-1 victory over Legacy Christian this evening. Prestonwood now 24-4 overall, 8-1 in district play. Legacy Christian 18-1, drops to 4-6 in district play, and a 2-way tie for second with Bishop Lynch after Bishop Lynch downed JP2 5-1 tonight, and JP2 is now 3-6 in district action. Well, that will do it for this portion of the postgame show. We'll take a final timeout, and when we come back, we will be joined by a very special guest on the postgame show. Shannon Purcell, the head athletic director at Prestonwood, is our postgame guest when we come back. Prestonwood Christian Lions take down Legacy Christian, the final 6-1 here on Prestonwood Baseball from Metro Sports Communications.
Hey there, Lion Nation. I'm Rudy Casanova, owner and president of Global Strategic Business Process Outsource Solutions. In athletics, teamwork is everything. Each player has a role, and when they come together, they achieve greatness. At Global Strategic, we believe the same principle applies to the workplace. When the right people come together, your business thrives. Let Global Strategic help you build a winning team at work. Visit www.globalstrategic.com for more information and schedule some time with me or one of my team. The Casanova family and Global Strategic are proud supporters of the PCA Athletic Program. Go Lions!
With fast signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With Fast Signs, your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Make your dream outdoor space a reality with Aquaterra Outdoors. From full-service design to construction for landscaping, pools, and outdoor structures, we offer everything you need for your ideal outdoor environment. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, Aquaterra Outdoors, elevating outdoor living to the next level. Contact us today at 214-387-8333 or visit our website aquaterraoutdoors.com and start your journey to the ultimate outdoor experience.
Welcome back into Plano. The final score tonight is the Prestonwood Lions winning another district title, taking down Legacy Christian in this game by a final score of 6-1. And we're joined here on the post-game show by head athletic director Shannon Purcell. And he was joking. He must have been bottom of the barrel. Not at all. We're going top. We're going top shelf
well,
to get the head man. Thanks so much for coming up and talking to us.
You bet. You bet. I'm so proud of this team and Coach Valade, and it's been a great year. And tonight was a big accomplishment. So
absolutely, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Coach Valade, 5 years, 5 district titles. You can't do much better than that, can you?
Yeah. He does a tremendous job, and his staff, and I can't say enough about the hard work, dedication, and the sacrifice. A lot of people don't see all that. It's on display tonight, but the work they do in the fall and just a tremendous job. Just a really class act coach.
Well, what about the hearts and just the lives of the young men in this program as well? I've had a chance to interview a few of them.
Yeah.
They are, every single one of them, incredibly powerful young men and in of themselves, impressive guys, but humble at the same time.
Yeah.
What do you see as an athletic director?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the fit we look for here at Prestonwood. We want, kids that will not just talk about their faith, but actually walk it and have it on display and compete in a way that demonstrates that. And so these kids, our lineup and our roster, I'm so very proud of them and how they, the honor that they bring to how they play, and it's really a joy to watch. And I think the parents should be very proud.
Absolutely, an appropriate time to have you on after a district title here. But what else are you impressed about when you look at your athletic program as a whole right now?
Yeah, well, our coaches do a tremendous job. We got great support. Dr. Jack Graham and Dr. Mike Goddard and Dr. Hibb. We couldn't ask for more support from an athletics standpoint. The church, it's an amazing church, and our coaches and staff and administration, we partner with our church, and the mission is the same, and that's to advance the kingdom. And I'm so proud of that. And all our coaches do a great job of pouring into our kids. And I spent a couple of decades in public school, so I know the other side of it, and I know, and that's a great mission field too for the Lord. But I really enjoy getting to watch our coaches disciple kids on and off the court and the field. So I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, it is unique, isn't it? And it's a wonderful thing to be able to do, to be able to talk so publicly about your faith. And we are here in Texas. I've heard some public school coaches talk about their faith very openly, but you can do it to a different level here in this situation, right?
That's right. And that's why I think God called me here and many of our other coaches, is because you get the opportunity to truly share what Jesus has done in your own life. And to me, that's the way to disciple people, disciple kids, is use yourself as an example, and how the Lord has changed you yourself. And our coaches do a tremendous job of that. And then we tie in, each program has a chaplain. Some of those are church staff, and they do a good job of coming in and helping the coach out. And it's a team effort, and that's the most important part. We want to grow young men and young women to be great followers, but also we want to prepare them to be a great citizen, a great husband, a great wife, all that. That's all in front of them. And when we launch them, that's what we want to see. We know someday the game they're playing is going to come to an end, right? And so we want to see them be great fathers and husbands and wives and mothers, and so that's what it's all about. That's what Kingdom Athletics is all about.
Absolutely. And not to put you on the spot, but specifically for this spring, what sports do you have going during the springtime here at PCA?
So right now, yesterday was our district track meet.
Okay.
We had several qualify for regionals, which is coming up in 2 weeks at UTA in Arlington. We had a great team last year, and this year's team is just as strong. Coach Stephen Bryant's our new track coach, and he's done a tremendous job. Todd O'Neill's our soccer coach, is also helping coach distance, and so our distance runners. So they're still going along. Golf's having a very successful year. We're gonna have our district tournament coming up soon, and then they'll launch into state. We got a great chance. We got some really outstanding women golfers that this year are going to do a great job, we think, at state. Tennis just finished up. We had a men's doubles go to state this year in tennis. Yeah, it's still a busy time of year, even though the school year is kind of wrapping up. Softball's had a good year this year. We look to have a playoff push from them as well. So there's still a lot going on, even though some people are, you get into May pretty fast. Graduation's, I think, the 18th, and so that'll be here before you know it. But we're still going strong, so in a lot of our sports.
You certainly are. And to wrap up a district championship in baseball, with still a week and a half to go, that's pretty impressive. And this team looks pretty promising.
Yeah, I think so. And it'll, we wrap up home field advantage. We get that playoff bye in there, and then we'll have a playoff game here at home, which is always the last couple of years it's been Trinity Christian that's come, and that'll be another great game this year. It looks like they're in the number 2 spot in that other district, and that's who we would probably get. It looks that way. It looks very promising, and we've got a lot of history with TCA in baseball, and this place will be packed like it's been the last 2 years, if that's in fact who we get. But we got to finish this thing strong. We don't want to look too far down the road. We want to do a good job, take care of the next couple of weeks, and then pull it together and try to make a run at this thing. So that state tournament is again coming up. It's in UTA again. That's a great facility. It's a great place for us to play, and we knocked on the door, the last couple of years. So I'm hopeful that this is our year.
Well, it's a team that's certainly capable. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for the time.
Hey, it's my pleasure.
Coming up and tell us, give us a finger on the pulse of athletics right now.
Yeah, well, it's just a pleasure to serve our coaches. I mean, I really think, for us, athletics is a ministry, and I think our coaches do a great job of that. We keep the main thing, and that is sharing the love of Christ, and I couldn't be more honored to serve, our superintendent and our senior pastor. I couldn't be more honored to serve these programs and these coaches and our families and kids. It's a very honor, and thank you for having me on.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Thanks for being a great spokesperson for it. We really appreciate it. Again, Athletic Director Shannon Purcell. Appreciate everybody that was a part of this broadcast tonight. Again, 6-1 is the final score. Prestonwood takes down Legacy tonight to clinch the district title, and still 3 games to go. A couple of those will be at home as they wrap up district play, or one of the district games will be at home. There'll also be a non-district game at home here in the regular season. Big thanks to everybody who was a part of this one tonight. I'm John Little, and good night from Plano.
Prestonwood Christian Academy Baseball has been brought to you by Freeform Chiropractic, Children's Health, Andrews Institute for Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Harris Baguette, Cowboys Fit, Fast Signs North Dallas, Sky Ranch, Aquaterra Outdoors. Also by Texas Tiny Teeth Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics, Up to Date Roofing, Incentive Brand, Chick-fil-A at Plano Parkway and Park Boulevard, Comfort Maker Air Conditioning and Heating, Global Strategic, Milestone Electric, and Vista Physical Therapy. Lions Baseball, an exclusive sports presentation of Metro Sports Communications.